Hey up and welcome to Callum's Corner. Welcome to the vlog. Right, we are going into, well, this is the third lockdown vlog, so week 3, I guess, of lockdown. Last week, I felt like I was really struggling. I kind of hit a wall with it all. It was doing my head in, the boredom and the sheer repetition of every single day being the same. But last couple of days, I've been feeling a bit more positive. I've kind of just relaxed into it, really. You know, I decided that I can't change it. It is what it is, and I may as well just try and enjoy it as much as I can. So, haven't changed out my comfy clothes for the last couple of days. I've kind of been just lying around and watching horror movies for the most part. Horror movies, for me, have always been massive. I love watching them. In part, it's kind of research. You know, just seeing how that person got killed, how they got taken down, and just coming up with ways in my mind that I would use to defend myself in those situations. But also, I just really enjoy them. I find the paranormal ones a lot scarier than where it's like a serial killer or an evil genius. You know, I've yet to see any kind of serial killer horror movie that wouldn't have been stopped with a swift can of beans to the head, you know, smashed that over his face, and all the nastiness that normally ensues afterwards is going to be avoided, isn't it? But, you know, with a demon, you know, how do you stop that having its way with you? A dirty little demonic demon. It's very difficult to defend against. So those I find scarier, although the kind of serial killer ones are good research. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. In terms of the vlog this week, I've got some plans. I do want to take you out on some dog walks, so it's not just, you know, these same white walls. I'm going to go into Newport one day, so I'll take you along with that as well. What else was I going to do? Oh, also, I'm going to start planning my garden for next year. You know, what vegetables I'm going to grow and stuff, maybe digging it over and stuff. So I'll try and involve you guys in that as well. You know, stuff like gardening, very therapeutic. It's stuff you can do even now. And also, you know, you get a tangible result from it, a tangible thing like vegetables that you can eat, which is always a bonus. But yeah, in general, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm actually quite enjoying the peace and quiet, the relaxation, watching some good movies. Feeling more positive. I've just watched an absolute bag of arse of a horror movie. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe not an absolute bag of arse, but it was bang average at best. It was called Fear. I think it was called Fear. It was all about this young Irish lad who took his girlfriend off to a festival in Ireland, and they ended up getting lost on this little set of roads, being chased by some other Irish guy. It was average at best. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm now on the vinegar strokes of what Amazon Prime and Now TV has to offer me, horror movie-wise. So I think it's time to mix it up and get a bit more active, do something. Now, I would take you off to Newport, but it's probably a bit late for it now. The bosses are an absolute bag of arse here. They take forever. So I'm going to take you for a dog walk now. We'll get Len out, get him down the beach and stuff, let him have a good run. And tomorrow, we'll go off to Newport. So, yeah, time to get active, time to do something. Good morning to all of you. I hope you enjoyed our little dog walk yesterday. Today, we are going to continue in the same active vein. I'm going to take you over to Newport, the kind of capital town of the Isle of Wight, and I'm going to get a big shopping and vlog it all for you. Right, it is cold, dull and miserable. All that I've got to look forward to at the end of this little walk is sitting on a bus for an hour and a half. Every fibre with my body wants to bugger off back home and just sat this off, watch a movie or something, but I'm going to push on. I feel like it's something I need to do. Stay active, get into the big town, get a big shopping. You know, it's a good idea at least every few weeks to leave your village, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not enjoying this. I finally made it to the bloody bus stop. I'm just waiting for the bus now, but I've just seen something that I need to talk to you about. It was a middle-aged bloke wearing shorts. Now, I told you before, this gets on my nerves, and some of you said my criticism last time wasn't valid because technically it wasn't winter. Well, it well and truly is winter now. It's mid-January, it's icy cold out, it's raining, it's miserable. Why are people wearing shorts? What is it? Do they think it makes them look tough? Do they think it makes them look, I don't know, like alluring to the other sex? Is it a boom boom thing? Is that alluring? You know, any women, let me know in the comments. Actually, and gay men, you know, we're all inclusive in the corner. Let me know, is that what you want to see? A pair of red raw sausage legs bopping around in the middle of winter? I don't understand it. I really don't. There's so many middle-aged men wearing shorts inappropriately. Like, I get it, lounging around the house where it's warm, but why are you going out in the middle of winter your bloody shorts on. Mental chicken oriental in my opinion. Right, finally on the bloody boss. Hopefully you can hear me through my mask. I'm going to be honest with you, I am regretting the decision to leave the house more and more. It looks like it's about to absolutely pee down. I'm just sitting here like a total twat talking into my bloody phone on a deserted boss. Yeah, hopefully we can turn it around when we get to Newport, but I'm not even sure about that. All I can do is bloody food shopping, no other shops are open. Anyway, I'll show you some shots of the scenery as we go, but I wish I'd just stayed home at the moment. I'm on the bus, brum brum. Get off the bus, you 39-year-old boss wanker is literally verging on the pathetic now. I just need to learn how to drive now, don't I? So we are here, and normally this is where I'll be taking you. TK Maxx, a little look round the bargains, and then on to the golden promised land of Mackie D's. But sadly, neither of those are possible, so I guess we'll have a little look round and see exactly what is open. Finally found a shop that's open. It's B&M, which wouldn't massively interest me normally, but that does interest me. I'm so tempted by an inflatable spa. So that was your basic tour, a little lap round the block, so to speak. Pretty miserable. Almost everything is shut or actually closed permanently. To cheer myself up, I popped into Costa, got myself a cheese and ham toasty and a flat white. Although even that were a bit of an ordeal. They tried to trick you into the vegan sandwiches. I almost picked up a vegan alternative by accident. Happened to me the other day. I actually bought a vegan lasagna, thinking it was a proper one. Yeah, it's trickeries afoot, but I've got the proper one, good wholesome ham. I'm going to scan it down, and I guess we may as well head to Sainsbury's. No comment. I'm back home now, and I've had my dinner and stuff, but I'm really irritated with myself more than anything. My mum a little bit, but mainly my bloody self, right? So I got back home, and I'm unpacking all the stuff, popping it away in the kitchen and stuff, and I happened to look over at the calendar, right? And I've got an appointment tomorrow just outside Newport. First bloody thing in the morning. Today's been for nothing. I've got to go back to bloody Newport tomorrow. Back on the bloody bus. Oh, a massive waste of time. I could have done 2 birds, 1 stone tomorrow. And not only that, it's not like I can just go to my appointment and come home. I've got to go into bloody Newport town as well tomorrow, because Mum's informed me that apparently Lenny's tail has wagged off a lamp and it's broken. That sounds dodgy. Lenny's wagging tail has knocked a lamp off of a table and it's broken. I mean, I don't believe her. It's probably her. She's probably just blaming him. Not only that, as well, apparently, she taking responsibility for this one, apparently has managed to break my tongs that I use for cooking. They're an essential item for me. I'm quite a cook, you know. I use them all the bloody time. So not only have I got to go to my flipping appointment first thing in the morning, I've also got to go back into flipping Newport. I mean, at least I know Buy-Wise will be open now and I can go and get my items in there. But that's really annoyed me. Why didn't I check that this morning or last night? I swear, isolating is making me stupider. Why do I want to say it? Isolation is making me stupider. I swear it is. Just sitting around the house all day, I can feel my IQ dropping. That is simple stuff that I should have checked. Back on the bloody bus for the 2nd day in a row. What a massive waste of time. I'm going to try and stay positive about it. I guess it gets me out of the house again, and I've had a very tasty tea tonight. I had a particularly pleasant pie that I'd picked up in Sainsbury's. It was lovely, chicken, ham, leek. Paired it with some lovely mashed potatoes, some green beans, some peas. That were nice, but I am irritated at myself. I've had an incredibly stressful day so far. I'm sorry to moan, but I just need to get it off my bloody chest. Right? So I was up this morning at the crack of bloody dawn. Right? I had to get a bus over to Newport and the bus from Newport over to the hospital for an early appointment that I had. Right? The buses on the Isle of Wight are a bag of arse, so I had to get up at like 5:45 to make sure I got it on time. His horrible bosses, you know, mask, boss wanker, just hate all of it. Anyway, I finally get that done, go into Newport, do a little bit of shopping. Many hours later, I finally get back to my house, right, after a very long day, walk into my kitchen, just relishing the chance to unwind a bit, and my sister is sitting in there, right? Her kids are wafting around my house. She has insinuated, she's inserted herself into my house again, right, with a ridiculous excuse that they are freezing in the caravan. Apparently the heating's not working, the gas fire isn't working in the caravan anymore. I've explained to her that you just need to change the gas canister. Just put your hand in your pocket, pay the money, get a new gas canister. That's why it's not really working. Your gas has just run out. Like, she knows that. My mum has then got involved, and she's laying on the whole guilt trip about how we all need to pull together in this bloody crisis and stuff. Yeah, I get that. Part of me does understand that. Like, families do need to pull together. Like, horrible things are happening. People are, really struggling in this, and there's been some really tragic outcomes recently. I understand that, but also you've got to understand, my sister is a massive twat. I've agreed to it. I've agreed to it just because, horrible things are happening, and we do need to pull together. And, I quite frankly, I'm bored of just being in the house with my mum. Like, not that my sister's going to help much. Like, it's the conversational equivalent of a starving man having to eat a decaying, disgusting piece of dog poo off the pavement. That's the conversational equivalent of my sister here. But at least it will give my mum someone to talk to. But I am not happy about this. They're all downstairs in my living room now, just leeching off my Wi-Fi, watching bloody trolls. That was the other thing she said. Oh, we can't do homeschooling properly without the Wi-Fi. Can't do it from a hotspot. Can't do it from my phone. Well, why aren't you homeschooling them now? Why are you watching bloody trolls? It's a nightmare. My mum keeps singing along to it. It really annoys me. Yeah, that's where I am today. I'm not a happy bunny. My sister is back in my house. I mean, I've extracted a promise that she will leave and go back to Bristol as soon as this lockdown is over. But this is going to be a long lockdown. It was already bloody annoying. I finally got some peace and quiet, and I can actually relax for the first time today. They've all just gone out, taking Lenny out for a dog walk, and apparently everyone is just delighted with the way this has turned out, apart from me. Lenny, he's happy as Larry, not a care in the world. He's just strolled off, trotted away with them, not so much as a glance back at me. And yeah, I get it. He's happy because my nieces are here and he loves kids, but, not in a noncy way, by the way. Those fears were unfounded, but, it's slightly galling that he's just trotted off. My sister, she's wafting round with a perpetual look of bloody smugness on her face. Even my mum, she's perked right bloody up now everyone's here. I get that as well. She's happy to see her grandkids, but it's slightly galling. She was arguing with me before she left. She was going on about how hard all this is on the Queen. She's read some article about how she's down to a skeleton staff. Oh, is it hard for the Queen, is it? She's only got 10 servants on her, waiting on her instead of the usual 50. Oh, that must be tough in a 1,000-room mansion with swimming pools and riding stables, hundreds of acres to go out walking and riding in. That's basically a normal person's dream holiday, their dream life, and that's the Queen's life at its worst. Feel sorry for the bloody Queen. The only difference for her is she's not even having to fulfil her duties now, not having to go out in public. She's basically just freeloading. Never feel sorry for that bunch of bloody spasmoids. No, I'm not enjoying it. Everyone is bloody happy about the way this has turned out, apart from me. Everyone is perked right up, and it's slightly sickening. Hey up, and good morning to you. Happy bloody Sunday. Easily my favourite day of the week during lockdown. Sunday is. Bloody love a Sunday roast, and it's the only day of the week that feels even a tiny bit different to me at the moment. In fact, I've kind of come to measure the passage of time during lockdown by my roast dinners, which is an interesting phenomenon. Anyway, today I am having roast beef. For some reason, the co-op hasn't had any pork for the last couple of weeks, which is slightly disappointing because for me, pig is by far and away the most delicious animal. But beef is not a bad substitute. I'm not going to moan. And actually, this week we have an added bonus. The smell of the cooking beef, it visibly agitates my sister. She becomes visibly triggered. So that's something I'm going to enjoy, and hopefully might even drive her out the house for a little while. I'm just trying to enjoy a few minutes peace and quiet right now while I get the chance. Everyone else has taken Lenny out for a dog walk. He's probably the only person who has benefited from all this. Like my sister turning up and stuff. Now everyone wants to take him out for walks. He's getting like 4 or 5 dog walks a day, so he's loving life. I'm not. I'm bloody hating it. My sister keeps sneezing. Constant bloody sneezing. Why have you come here? If you're ill, if you've got a cold or something. How irresponsible is that? Like, if she gives me the coronavirus, I'll be so cross about it. That would be just like bloody Amy to do that would. Honestly, and the sneezes themselves as well, they're just so flamboyant. It's mental, like, achoo, achoo, like, all elongated, just attention-seeking little slot. It's mental. Sneeze quietly like a normal person. Does my bloody head in, it really does. There's not much else to report, really. I'm watching the X-Files. That's dead good. I've still not broken into Breaking Bad yet. I'm kind of saving that. It's like in a little box, break in case of emergencies for when they, inevitably extend the lockdown beyond February. Kept that in reserve. But the X-Files is bloody brilliant. It's old, but it's brilliant. Anything else to tell you? Oh, I've ordered some bathroom scales. I never weigh myself. I haven't had scales. I haven't even weighed myself anywhere for bloody years. So I thought I'd better get some scales because for my next video, the challenges are coming back. I'm going to do the hardest diet that I can find. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be water fasting. I've been Googling different stuff, and water fasting looks like probably the most difficult. You eat nothing. You just have water for a few days. Although, if you can think of better ones for me to do for the challenge, do leave it in the comments below, and I'll have a look. But at the moment, it looks like water fasting will be the winner. But I thought scales would be a good thing, so I can weigh myself before and at the end of it to see what kind of difference it's made. Yeah, that's about it in my life at the moment. I hope you guys are all right. I hope you're not struggling too much. If anyone is, let me know in the comments. Let me know what's going on. I will do my best to reply to anyone who wants to have a chat. Yeah, that's about all we can do, isn't it? I'm going to go back to watching the X-Files. Okay, I am exposing my sister Amy today. I've just had enough. He's doing my head in, the levels of stupidity that she's now displaying, right? So she's buggered off this morning, right? Swanned off to go and get a big food shopping to take care of her specific dietary needs, right? So I left her kids here with me and my mum to look after. Well, I mean, mum looked after them, but it's still irritating for me because I was trying to watch my programmes, my movies and stuff, and mum's all like, oh, that's not appropriate around the kids. Can you go and watch it somewhere else? So I had to be up in my bedroom all day, right? Well, I'm back up in my bedroom now, but for exposing purposes, because I've snuck one of her dirty little steaks up here to show you. This is what I need to talk to you about, all right? So she gets back from shopping, she's unpacking everything, and she pulls this absolute gimpy little thing out of the shopping bag, right? Plant Pioneers, no beef steak, grown delicious. So obviously, I'm mocking it. I'm taking the mickey out of it, as you well should if someone pulls out something like this from their shopping bag, right? And she's not just accepting it, she's arguing back, right? She's going about how it's much healthier. It's like, grown delicious. Are you having a laugh, right? She said, well, anything that's grown is healthier. Like, what? What is going on in your brain, Amy? They're not growing it out the ground. This isn't a plant. They're not harvesting them from a field. Oh, lovely, that plant's bodied with 8 little repugnant vegan steaks. They're not growing on plants. They're growing them in labs. This is fake bloody food, right? And again, she doesn't just accept it that I know more than her like she should. She's going on about how if it's so bad, how come Bill Gates is involved in it? Like, apparently he's funding some meatless little burger that's being concocted in a lab, right? What are you talking about, Amy? Bill Gates, he's the richest man in the world, not the kindest. It's got nothing, like, him growing it should be a massive red warning sign for you. That he's involved with it. He wants to make money. He doesn't want to help the vegans. It's just, if you are eating something that has been grown in a bloody lab, you need your head looked at, right? It's just mental. The levels of stupidity that she is now displaying are just off the charts, right? And I was talking about it the other day. We're all getting a bit stupider. Even me, I was saying, the lockdown, being isolated, it affects your brain, right? But it's not so much of a problem with me. Like, for her, it's a massive problem because she was so much stupider to begin with. She's got a very low ceiling. If it gets much worse, we're going to have to remind her to breathe every few seconds. Breathe, Amy, breathe. Breathe. No, you're suffocating. Don't forget, breathe, Amy. Honestly, if it gets any worse, we're going to be in serious trouble. Mental, chicken oriental. Could you imagine? I can't even imagine what that tastes like. Absolutely repugnant, I'd imagine. I was gonna suggest I'd taste it for a video, but I don't think I'm gonna, I don't think you could pay me enough to put that gross little thing in my mouth. I mean, look at the bloody picture. Look at that. Look at the meal they've made. All 2 tomatoes, a mushroom and 2 onion rings. Does that look delicious? No, it bloody doesn't. Looks absolutely repugnant. Okay, I'm going to end the vlog here because I've got a couple of videos that I want to make over this next week. I want to do water fasting for a couple of days, try and shift a bit of the weight, and also I've got a video I want to do with Lenny. So we'll end this vlog here, and I'll start vlogging again in a couple of days. Massive thank you for all of you for watching. I hope you're doing okay through lockdown. My thoughts are with you. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. If you didn't, please do leave a dislike. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.